80% of cars can run like new again with easy-to-do tricks you can do at home. But here's the shocker. Just one of these could save you from an expensive mechanic visit. Here are 15 proven tricks that will improve car performance. The last one will save you from a $1,500 mistake. Let's get into it with hack number 15, the fuel filter fix. Your car feels sluggish, hesitates when you accelerate, and your fuel economy has quietly dropped. Here's how to fix it. Pull the fuel pump fuse, start the engine, and let it stall to relieve fuel pressure. Locate the filter under the car along the fuel line or near the firewall. Pop the old one off. Install the new one following the arrow for correct direction. Reattach everything tightly. Replace the fuse, then turn the key to on for a few seconds to prime the system before starting. The whole job costs $15 to $40 in parts and takes about 30 minutes. Hack number 14, the WD-40 gas cap cure. Your check engine light is on. Your engine idles rough. But here's the secret fix hiding right behind your fuel door. Grab a can of WD-40 and a clean cloth. Never spray it directly onto the cap or into the fuel opening. Spray it onto the cloth first, then wipe down the underside of the gas cap, paying close attention to the rubber seal ring. That ring is what holds your entire fuel system pressure together. Next, clean the inside of the filler neck where the cap threads in. You'd be surprised how much grime hides in there. Screw the cap back on until it clicks. That click means your seal is restored and your fuel system pressure is back where it belongs. What they don't tell you is that a dirty or worn gas cap seal lets air leak into your fuel system, throws off your air-fuel ratio, and triggers check engine lights that send you straight to a mechanic for a $150 diagnostic on a problem a cloth and a can of WD-40 just solved in 2 minutes. And here's the kicker. While you're at it, check if you're even using the right cap. Some cars need vented caps, others need non-vented. Mix those up and you're either losing pressure or building too much of it, and your engine pays the price either way. Your owner's manual tells you exactly which one you need. Mechanics and parts stores profit every time a customer pays for a misdiagnosed fuel system issue that started with a $15 gas cap they never thought to check. Hack number 13, the quality fuel and octane truth. You've been pulling up to the premium pump your whole life, thinking you're doing your engine a favor. But here's the truth they don't want you to know at the pump. Unless your owner's manual specifically says your engine requires premium fuel, regular grade fuel is all you need. Octane rating measures a fuel's resistance to knock and detonation, not its quality or cleaning power. A regular engine cannot take advantage of higher octane. You are literally burning extra money for zero benefit. On the flip side, if your engine does require premium, using regular can cause detonation, where fuel ignites too early and slams your pistons the wrong direction. Over time, that cracks cylinder walls and bends rods. What they don't tell you is that premium and regular fuel contain the exact same detergents. The only real difference is the octane number. Gas companies spend millions marketing premium as superior because the markup is pure profit. And here's the kicker. Check your manual carefully because recommended and required are two completely different words. If your manual says recommended, the performance difference running regular is so minimal you will never feel it in daily driving. Switching to regular on a recommended engine saves you $200 to $400 a year with zero downside. That's money the gas company was quietly taking from you every single week. Hack number 12, monthly fuel injector treatment. Your car has rough idling, sluggish throttle response, and you're stopping at the gas station more often than you used to. The mechanic quotes you $150 to $300 for a professional cleaning service. But here's what they're hiding from you. Walk into any auto parts store and grab a bottle of fuel injector cleaner. Seafoam, Techron, and BG44K are among the most trusted. Pour the entire bottle into a nearly empty tank, then fill it up with fresh fuel. Drive normally for the next tank. The cleaner dissolves carbon deposits, strips away varnish buildup, and restores the crisp fuel spray pattern your injectors were born to deliver. Do this once every 3,000 miles as preventative maintenance and your injectors stay clean indefinitely. What they don't tell you is that modern gasoline contains detergents, but they're often not strong enough for direct injection engines or stop-and-go city driving. Carbon builds up silently until your engine starts misfiring, hesitating and drinking fuel like it's free. And here's the kicker. Professional fuel injector cleaning services use the exact same chemicals available at your parts store. Just in a concentrated form, they run through your fuel rail with a pressurized kit. Monthly cleaner use prevents the buildup from ever forming, eliminating the need for professional service entirely. Mechanics lose a high-profit service call every time a customer discovers this $10 bottle. That's exactly why they never mention it. Hack number 11. Baking soda battery terminal saver. Your car is slow to crank, electrical accessories are acting up, and warning lights keep flickering on the dash. The mechanic pops your hood, points at the white and blue crusty buildup on your battery terminals, and starts talking about battery replacement at $150 to $300. But here's what they're not telling you. Mix 2 teaspoons of baking soda with 1 cup of water. Disconnect your battery terminals, negative first, then positive. Pour the baking soda solution directly over the corroded terminals and cable connections. Watch it fizz and bubble as it neutralizes the acid corrosion on contact. Scrub everything with an old toothbrush. Rinse with clean water. Dry thoroughly. And reconnect the terminals positive first this time. Your electrical problems disappear immediately. What they don't tell you is that battery terminal corrosion is completely normal. It's just a byproduct of the chemical reactions happening inside every battery. It does not mean your battery is bad or dying. Mechanics use visible corrosion as a visual scare tactic to justify selling you a battery that has years of life left in it. And here's the kicker. After cleaning, apply a thin coat of petroleum jelly or dielectric grease to the terminals before reconnecting them. This creates a protective barrier that prevents corrosion from returning for months. Shops make serious money on battery sales with massive markups. Your $1 box of baking soda just cost them one of their easiest sales. Hack number 10, the radiator flush trick. Your temperature gauge is creeping higher than normal, or you hear a subtle gurgling sound when you start the engine. But here's what they're not telling you. Most manufacturers recommend a coolant flush every 30,000 to 60,000 miles, depending on your coolant type. Green silicate-based coolants need it sooner. Gold or orange extended drain coolants last longer. But here's the critical detail. Only use the coolant specified in your owner's manual. Mixing the wrong coolant type accelerates corrosion inside your radiator and engine block, and always dilute with distilled water, not tap water. Tap water contains minerals that form deposits and cause overheating over time. Pre-mixed coolant takes all the guesswork out. What they don't tell you is that degraded coolant loses its corrosion inhibitors long before it changes color. By the time it looks dirty, damage is already happening inside your cooling system. Flushing on schedule prevents that damage before it starts. And here's the kicker. Ignoring a coolant flush long enough leads to a cracked engine head or warped gaskets. That repair starts at $1,500 and climbs fast. A $20 jug of pre-mixed coolant and an afternoon does the same job the shop charges $200 for. They're counting on you not knowing the schedule. Hack number 9, the baby powder serpentine belt trick. Your engine makes an annoying high-pitched squealing sound, especially on cold mornings. But before you hand over a single dollar, try this. With the engine off, locate your serpentine belt. It's the long-ribbed belt looping around multiple pulleys under your hood. Sprinkle baby powder directly onto the belt while rotating it by hand to coat all sides evenly. Start your engine. The squealing stops immediately. Baby powder acts as a dry lubricant that prevents the belt from slipping against the pulleys, which is the actual cause of that noise in most cases. What they don't tell you is that belt squealing is most commonly caused by moisture, temperature changes, or very minor misalignment, not actual belt wear. A genuinely worn belt shows visible cracking, fraying, or glazing on its surface. If your belt looks clean and intact but squeals, it almost certainly does not need replacing. And here's the kicker. If the baby powder fix only lasts a few days before the squeal returns, now you have real information. Either the belt is actually worn or a pulley is misaligned, and you can address the real problem on your terms. Mechanics push belt replacement at the first squeal because it's an easy high-margin sale. The baby powder test takes 60 seconds and proves whether they're telling you the truth. Before we dive into the really mind-blowing ones, do me a favor and smash that like button. We spent days researching these tricks that most drivers never discover, and your like helps us expose more of this stuff. Done. Perfect. Now let's talk about something that could save you from some seriously expensive damage. Hack number 8, power steering fluid change. Your steering wheel groans when you turn it, or you hear a whining noise when parking. But here's what they're glossing over. Check your power steering fluid reservoir first. It's usually a small translucent tank near the engine, with a cap marked with a steering wheel icon. Pull the cap and look at the fluid. Fresh power steering fluid is clear to light amber. If it's dark brown, black, or foamy, it's degraded and contaminated. Here's the fix. Use a turkey baster or fluid transfer pump to remove as much old fluid as possible from the reservoir. Fill it back up with the correct power steering fluid for your vehicle per your owner's manual. Turn your steering wheel lock to lock several times to circulate the fresh fluid. Repeat the drain and refill process 2 to 3 times until the fluid runs clean. What they don't tell you is that degraded power steering fluid loses its lubricating properties and causes the exact same symptoms as a failing pump. Most shops skip straight to pump replacement without ever checking the fluid condition first. And here's the kicker. Fresh power steering fluid costs $8 to $15 and takes 20 minutes to flush. A new power steering pump costs $300 to $600 and takes hours to install. Mechanics know the fluid flush fixes the problem in most cases. They just prefer the larger ticket. Hack number 7, clean the PCV valve. Your engine is burning through oil faster than it should, or you notice small oil leaks around your valve cover gaskets. But here's what they're skipping over. The PCV valve pulls harmful gases out of your engine and routes them back to be burned safely. It costs around $10 and takes 5 minutes to service. Here's how to do it. Locate the valve on your valve cover or intake manifold. Consult your manual for the exact spot. Pop it out of its hose or grommet. Shake it next to your ear. A rattling sound means it's flowing freely. Silence means it's clogged. Spray carburetor or brake cleaner into the valve openings and let it soak for 2 minutes. Shake out the loosened debris, let it air dry completely, then reinstall it tight. What they don't tell you is that a clogged PCV valve causes crankcase pressure to build until it forces oil past your seals and gaskets. Most oil leak diagnostics never check this part first, which means you're paying for gasket replacements that won't fix the real problem. And here's the kicker. A clogged PCV valve is one of the most common causes of mysterious oil consumption in high-mileage engines. Dealers don't inspect it because it's a $10 fix that eliminates the need for far more expensive repairs. A toothbrush and a can of brake cleaner just saved you from a gasket job. Hack number 6, WD-40 engine bay clean. Your engine bay is caked in grease, grime, and years of road buildup. But here's the trick detailers use that you can do yourself at home for a fraction of the price. With the engine cold and off, cover your air intake, battery, and any exposed fuse boxes with WD-40 generously across the dirty engine surfaces, plastic covers, and metal components. Let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes. WD-40 breaks down built-up oil, grease, and grime on contact. Wipe everything down with a clean cloth, or use a soft brush for tighter areas. For heavier build-up, a second application does the job. When done, remove your coverings and let the engine air out before starting. What they don't tell you is that a clean engine bay doesn't just look good. It makes it dramatically easier to spot new leaks, loose hoses, and developing problems before they become expensive failures. A dirty engine hides everything. And here's the kicker. WD-40 also protects metal surfaces and plastic components from moisture and corrosion after cleaning. You're not just cleaning your engine bay, you're preserving it. Detailers charge premium prices for this service, using the exact same product sitting in your garage right now. Hack number 5, carbon cleanup and walnut blasting. Your engine has a rough idle and sluggish acceleration that no cleaning has fully fixed. But here's what they're not telling you. Black carbon soot builds up inside your engine over time, clogging intake valves, coating pistons, and smothering combustion. Every short trip and tank of cheap gas feeds it. For light build-up, pour a quality fuel additive like Seafoam or Techron into a nearly empty tank, top it up with fresh fuel, and drive it hard on the highway. The heat and flow clear out lighter deposits. But for serious build-up, especially in direct injection engines where fuel never touches the intake valves, you need walnut blasting. What they don't tell you is that walnut blasting is a professional service where crushed walnut shells are blasted into your intake ports, scrubbing valves completely clean without causing any damage. It's the only method that truly deep cleans a direct injection engine. And here's the kicker. Shops that don't offer walnut blasting will tell you it's unnecessary, or that a fuel additive does the same thing. It doesn't. A proper walnut blast service runs $300 to $500, but restores power, fuel economy, and throttle response that no other service can match. Drivers who've done it describe it as getting their car back from years ago. That's exactly why mechanics who can't perform it don't mention it. Hack number 4, the reset car pedal trick. Your engine idles rough after a cleaning or repair, and the throttle feels unresponsive. But here's the free reset hiding in your own driver's seat. With the engine completely off and the key out, press and hold the gas pedal all the way to the floor for 30 full seconds. Release it slowly. Now insert your key and turn the ignition to the on position without starting the engine. Wait 10 seconds. Now start the engine and let it idle untouched for at least 2 to 3 minutes without touching the gas. Your car's ECU uses that idle period to relearn the throttle position and recalibrate the idle settings automatically. What they don't tell you is that anytime you disconnect the battery, clean the throttle body, or replace sensors, the ECU loses its learned calibration data. That's what causes the rough idle and hesitation afterward, not a new mechanical problem. And here's the kicker. Dealers charge diagnostic fees to run a software procedure that your car can perform itself for free. The pedal reset and idle relearn is built into virtually every modern vehicle specifically for this purpose. They'd rather you didn't know that a 3-minute seated procedure eliminates their easiest service charge. Hack number 3, clean the EGR valve. Your engine is rough at idle, or you've got a check engine light with exhaust gas recirculation codes. But here's what they're skipping. The EGR valve recirculates a small amount of exhaust back into the intake to reduce emissions and improve efficiency. Over time, it gets caked in carbon deposits and sticks open or closed. Here's how to clean it yourself. Locate the EGR valve, usually found on the intake manifold or near the throttle body. Disconnect it from its hose and electrical connector. Spray carburetor cleaner or EGR specific cleaner directly into the valve passages and let it soak for several minutes. Use a small brush to scrub out the loosened carbon. Wipe everything clean and reinstall. What they don't tell you is that in the vast majority of EGR failure cases, the valve isn't broken at all. It's just carbon fouled and needs cleaning, not replacement. Shops routinely recommend full replacement on valves that a $5 can of cleaner would have fixed in 20 minutes. And here's the kicker. A stuck EGR valve causes the same symptoms as several far more expensive problems, including misfires, vacuum leaks, and even catalytic converter failure. Mechanics use that overlap to run up diagnostic bills before ever cleaning the obvious culprit first. Your can of carb cleaner just saved you a potential $500 misdiagnosis. Hack number 2, top up your coolant. Your temperature gauge is running slightly high, or your heater blows lukewarm instead of hot. But here's the fix that takes 2 minutes and costs almost nothing. With the engine completely cold, locate the translucent plastic coolant reservoir. Never open the coolant reservoir or radiator cap on a hot engine. Check the fluid level against the M and max markings on the side. If it's below the minimum line, you've found your problem. Add a 50-50 mix of the correct coolant type and distilled water until it reaches the max line. Always use distilled water, never tap water. The minerals in tap water form deposits inside your cooling system that cause overheating and corrosion over time. Pre-mixed coolant is even easier since the ratio is already done for you. What they don't tell you is that low coolant is one of the most common and easily prevented causes of engine overheating. A 2-minute monthly check under the hood catches this before it ever becomes a problem. And here's the kicker. If your coolant level keeps dropping despite topping it up, that tells you there's a leak somewhere in the system. That's valuable diagnostic information worth knowing before you walk into a shop. A mechanic who finds you already know about the leak can't bill you for the hour it would have taken to discover it. Now for the #1 car-proven car tip that will save your engine from thousands of repair costs. Hack number 1, replace old and worn components. Your engine feels tired and you've done all the cleaning and fluid maintenance, but something is still off. But here's the truth they're overcomplicating. Engines are built to last hundreds of thousands of miles. The parts around them aren't. Spark plugs, ignition coils, the timing belt, intake hoses, and the serpentine belt all wear out on a schedule and rob your engine of power quietly over time. Worn spark plugs alone can steal up to 30% of your acceleration. Replacing them yourself costs $20 and an afternoon instead of $100 to $300 at a shop. While you're in there, check your intake hoses for cracks and replace your battery if it's over 4 years old. For any small oil leaks that have developed, pour a bottle of AT205 Reseal directly into your engine oil fill cap and run the engine. It rejuvenates old seals from the inside without disassembly. What they don't tell you is that most of these parts have published replacement intervals in your owner's manual. Mechanics are counting on you not reading it so they can decide the schedule for you. And here's the kicker. You don't need a new engine to feel like you have one. Replacing the right worn components at the right time transforms an engine that feels old and sluggish into one that pulls hard and runs clean. Drivers who stay ahead of this schedule are the ones with 200,000-mile cars that still feel tight. That's not luck. That's knowing what to replace and when. And now, so do you. How many of these hacks did you already know? Drop a comment and tell me which one blew your mind the most. If this video just saved you hundreds in unnecessary shop visits, hit that subscribe button for more brilliant car content that puts you in control. Your wallet will thank you. And if you want to keep going, click the next video right now. Trust me, you'll wish you'd known these years ago.